Hello and welcome to CBC Parents TV. I am Mukami Mwambugu. Today I want to discuss on a very sensitive topic, and this is the topic of suicide in teenagers. Why would a child as young as 13, 14, 16, 17 want to commit suicide? Yet they have all their life ahead of them. Well, speaking from close experience of a friend, I will share a story. The story I'm going to give is of a girl called Muthoni. Muthoni had attempted suicide at class 7. Reason for the suicide is that the parents never loved her, the parents mistreated her, and one way or another, she believed that the father was not her biological father. I met her along the journey of her life, and I got to understand that even though she has made peace with her parents now, she was troubled that the first time she attempted suicide, she was only 14 years old. And when she hears those stories on the news that a child has attempted suicide, she shudders because it reminds her of herself. Now, her case is no different from all those other cases. Sometimes we put on a lot of pressure on teenagers that make them feel unwanted. First and foremost, the issue of identity. Every child needs to understand their identity. The issue needs to be explained to them in a language they understand. They don't want to feel unwanted or unloved. If you're a single parent, or one of the parents adopted the child, you got into the marriage with a child, explain to your child clearly. They will understand based on how you people treat the child. If the child is treated with warmth and with acceptance, the child will not refuse or reject a step parent. However, if you treat it with a lot of secrecy and a lot of hiding things, the child will start feeling unwanted. The child will want to dig and dig and dig and know, where did I come from? And this is an issue that is eating up teenagers today. They want to know, where did I come from? Answer that question and your teenager will be less rebellious. Even where both parents are present, at one time or another, a teenager would want to know, are you my real mother? Are you my real father? Once they are sure of that, they will gain confidence in your parenting. And even if you're not their real parents, open it up to them in good time before they start getting rebellious, and tell them, I am your real mother, but I got married to your father when you were 2 years old. But your father has raised you this far. He has raised you well. He loves you. Affirm to the children a sense of belonging. It is very, very important, and more so important to teenagers. I don't understand if these are my biological parents. Why are they so harsh to me? Why do they keep beating me daily, daily, daily? There was daily beating for this child. Even for her to have come to that step of saying that these are not my parents, it's because she used to receive a beating every day. So, parents of teenagers, what are you doing to your children to push them to run away from home, to push them to attempt suicide, to push them to get into bad and wrong peers, to cover up for the gaps, to push them to rebelliousness? Because after talking with Muthoni, I discovered that she later became extremely rebellious. Extremely rebellious, because she would do everything capable in her powers to annoy her parents. That became her mission. Why wouldn't such a girl attempt suicide? Really? Yet she has underlying issues of having lost a sense of belonging. I don't know where I come from. I don't understand if these are my biological parents. Why are they so harsh to me? Why do they keep beating me daily, daily, daily? There was daily beating for this child. even for her to have come to that step of saying that these are not my parents, it's because she used to receive a beating every day. So, parents of teenagers, what are you doing to your children to push them to run away from home, to push them to attempt suicide, to push them to get into bad and wrong peers, to cover up for the gaps, to push them to rebelliousness? Because after talking with Muthoni, I discovered that she later became extremely rebellious. Extremely rebellious. Because she would do everything capable in her powers to annoy her parents. That became her mission. And by the time she was in high school, she was worse. Reason: her parents made her rebellious. They didn't listen to her when she had voiced herself properly, clearly, eloquently. Actually, I was even surprised on how they treated the suicide. She told me that her parents said, you are trying to seek attention. When you die, you think we will miss you. We will continue with life even after you are dead. That is how the parents treated that suicide attempt, just as another attention-seeking incident. Parents of teenagers, they are very delicate, especially emotionally. A lot of changes are going on in their bodies. So before you throw your hands and say seeking attention, problematic, rebellious, have you dealt with the reason? Have you gone back and tried to look at when did this behavior change begin in my child? Is there anything that I said or I did, knowingly or unknowingly, that has led my child to change behavior, that has led my child to be rebellious, that has led my child to write a suicide note, that when I die, I know you will not miss me, you will be happy? Parents of teenagers, they are coming home over the holidays. Embrace your children. Love your children. Tell them their history. Sit them down. Show them pictures of their birth. Here is where you were birthed. Here you were 1 year. Here you were 2 years. Here you were 5 years. You're going to visit your grandmother in the village. Bring them to who they are. Give them a sense of belonging. Let them know that that is home, and that north, east, south, or west, home is best. A teenager who knows who they are will not have time for attention seeking. They will already be far ahead, doing things beyond their age, because they know who they are. They are empowered. And the empowerment of our teenagers does not depend on our teachers, does not depend on Sunday school, does not depend on the youth services and the youth leaders in our churches or the imams. It depends on you, the parent. You are the one who is going to impact on your child confidence that this is my child. Take your child the way they are. And if you have been involved in breaking them, if you have been involved in bringing down their dignity, if you have been involved in showing them that they are good for nothing, change that narrative and join us as we say positive vibes this holiday. Tell the child you are good, you can make it, you can do that mathematics, you can do that biology. These are teenagers. Tell them, I know you can make it, especially mothers of girls. You tell them, beauty without brains. Really? Your own child? Look at you. Shame on you. Beauty without brains. How do you tell that to your own girl? And then your own sons, you tell them, you're growing taller than me, so now you think now you can rule over me, and ABCD. Let us change the language we talk with our children. Let us bring our children to ourselves before we dismiss them to who knows where, and they go to seek affirmations elsewhere in the wrong crowds. And we will see that our children will really, really have changed. I am giving you this challenge in this month. And we will have people saying that, yes, their child has changed. Be positive. When your teenager comes home, embrace your child. Listen to their questions. Teenagers are not crazy. They are very, very normal, very inquisitive. They want to know, why is my hair brown while yours is black? Why Are my eyes brown while yours are black? Am I really your child? Why is my skin color black while you're chocolate? Are you my mother? So teenagers want to know those simple questions. And they may look so simple, but they mean a lot to them. And they will depend with whether the child will be rebellious or disciplined. How you address those questions. Sometimes a child might even need that you physically go do DNA to prove, yes, you are my child. Yes, it is not too expensive to prove to your child that they are yours. Maybe you've been treating them badly in the past. You've been trashing them and pushing them away. It is not too expensive. It is not too much to ask for the child to affirm, to be sure they belong. Build a relationship with your child. Bond with your child. Tell your child tupatane town nikitoka job, hapo kwa maduka, buy soda, mkae chini na kangumu, eat with your child, laugh together. Build a relationship with your child this holiday, and you will be surprised at what they're going to do and how they're going to become. They will open up things to you that you have never had. Build a relationship with your child this holiday. Love you. Kudos.